Hey, what's up, guys? This is Connery from How to Work Outdoors. Today I'm going to share with you some of my top water lures. Okay, and for the guys that have followed us for the longest time, since the beginning days, about 4 years ago, you guys know that most of our first action-packed videos were on top water. And since that day, our top water lures our arsenal has grown just a little bit because we've already found a lot that we like. But for the new guys that haven't seen all those, it's mainly striper fishing, hybrid fishing, but go back and check them out. I'll try to put some links in the comments area and in the description. But the last year or so, we've picked up a couple that we really like, and mainly is because it fills a void in the topwater world for us. Because a lot of times when people think of topwater bait, they think it's either going to sit there or it's going to just walk. You know, walking baits and sitting baits. So that's pretty much the two categories or two subcategories of a hard bait topwater that I think about when I do it. And I think about topwater. So before, we've already reviewed this one, and it's still in my top. It's the Rebel T10. I still like it. It's cheap and it works, and that's the reasons for it. I could honestly say you can go out there and without using any other lure, this guy can do it. You know, it's the right size, 4.25 inches, I believe, and just gotta upgrade the hooks. Put a little feather tail on it, a feather treble on it in the back, and it works great. I mean, I don't know why people don't catch on to this. It's only $4 if you can find them. They're kind of hard to find actually. Once you find them at Walmart, $2.99 the bargain bin, can't beat it. But this is a walking bait, and we've been using this for everything: stripers, white bass, wipers, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. It's great. You can use it. And this is another one that basically it's an upgraded version of the T10. And it's from Missouri. It's got a cool paint job on it. Depending on what way you look at it, the color actually changes. And it's got a one knocker sound, which is I think is a fish catcher. It's a little more expensive, and for some reason they're a lot harder to find now. But still a great topwater bait. I really like it. And not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people throw it. So that's another good thing about it too. And it throws really well. It's very well balanced. This one's a no-brainer. I think this pretty much makes it to a lot of people's topwater lures. This is the Lucky Craft Gunfish. And the gunfish casts well and it spits water. That's one thing that it can do. That it can you can walk it and it can spit, which is pretty cool. Not every topwater lure can do that. So that's a cool thing about the Lucky Craft, and it still catches a lot of fish. So I still like it for that. But all of these lures are walking baits. So you walk them, they spit a little bit, or they just do the walk the dog move. Now, the next couple I'm going to show you are baits that either one, don't walk, or just sit, or does all of it, okay? So, this is my go-to sitting bait. Say like there's a tree or something, and you've already thrown your walking bait across it, and it's not getting bit. Or say there's some vegetation, shallow vegetation, not getting bit off by throwing the things. But you're pretty confident something there, but you gotta find out if there really is or not. So you gotta throw something that basically sits there. Okay, that's where a prop bait comes in. This is the Rapala prop bait. It's called the X-Rap Prop 11. This is a lure. A lot of people say it's very similar to the Devil's Horse from another company. I don't forget the company's name, but yeah, it's like an evolved version of it, because that Devil's Horse, when you buy it, it is not ready to fish out of the box. A lot of mods you gotta do to it and things like that. But on this, it's pretty cool. It's pretty much ready to fish out of the box. I would say you do need to upgrade the hooks, but everything else is ready to go. On the Devil's Horse, you'd have to upgrade, like twist the props one way, do this and that, rearrange some of the hook hangers. It's too much work. Just get yourself one of these, okay? Like I said, this is stuff that where you're not real working real fast. I would say you may be working it, I don't know, like a foot every 5 seconds. That's probably a good rate. Okay, so it's real slow bait. But when you know there's bait there, or where you think there's bass or something waiting in ambush, but the walking bait is just moving too fast for them, throw this out there and slowly run it, they'll bite it. I've had great success with it. Here's the other one that I've had great success with. In terms of like having it sit on top water that sits, it's got a big presence. You can almost say this is like a prop bait, but supersized. This is the Walking Boss 2 from Livingston. And the cool thing about this one is it makes a sound. It makes its own, they call it EBS technology, which is electronic bait sound. So it makes this croaking sound. There's actually 3 sounds you can choose from. And it just sits there. And when you move it, it's all like it snakes back to you. And if you work it real aggressive, it also throws a lot of water because of this bill. So this is a very, very, very untalked about lure. I've caught a lot of fish on this. I don't know. People just don't talk about it. Okay, so this is the Walking Boss 2. Once again, I get all the hooks, feather treble in the back. This is a little bit expensive. It's a little hard to find too. So you might have to go to like Amazon or eBay or Down Warehouse or something like that. But let's see. We'll try to put all the links to the Amazon stores down below, so you guys will have to go searching the internet for it. So it'll make life easier for you guys. And this is the last one that I really like. And once again, this is no. Well, if you're not always following on the tournament trails, it might be new to you, but this is one that I really like. I mean, I think my dad will really like this because it's a chuck and wind bait. It's called the River to Sea Whopper Plopper. This is a 130 size, I believe it's 130 size. Yeah, 130 millimeter. Making it 90, and they also make it much bigger size. But this is a good size for everything. Smallmouth will hit it, largemouth hits it, white bass hits it, wipers hit it, stripers hit it, caught gar on this. I mean, everything hits it. Basically, you throw it out and you reel it back in, and this tail just spins. Okay, that's the action of it. Throw it out, just slowly wind it back. For some reason, they always hit it. Even in 50 foot of water and the school of hybrids busting on shad, they'll still hit this. So that's definitely my last one. So once again, I'm getting the hooks. I'm getting hooks on everything. Because for some reason with top water lures, they don't really come and bite it. A lot of times they're just trying to kill it and then they come back and get it. So when they're just swiping at it, you need the good hooks to get penetration into the face. You know what I mean? So you gotta have that. I recommend the older ST36 as a starting point. And they do bend down a little bit, but by the time that happens, usually you've already landed the fish. So that's usually a pretty good hook to start with. Okay, so those are definitely the top water lures for me and for the team. So yeah, I'm comfortable taking this everywhere. I got big enough baits, I got small enough baits. So you can pretty much go anywhere in the country and you're gonna get bit. Alright guys, any questions? If I left out your favorite lure, leave them in the comments and I'll reply to it as to why I did not make the list. A lot of other popular lures I fished as well, and they did not make my list because maybe one or two things happened. Like it's a duplicate of what I already like, or it doesn't fill this other category, or it doesn't cast well, or it's too expensive, or it's really hard to find, something like that. So that's probably why I did not make my list of my top water lures. All right. So if this helped you, share it with a buddy or tag with a buddy if you're on Facebook. And questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, guys? All right. Thanks for watching.